Hello everyone. I hope everyone's doing okay today. Hang on, my dog has now decided she's gonna get down. Alright, go on. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so I hope everybody's doing good. Let's go ahead and get rid of this thing. And I don't need this. Okay. Welcome back to the stream. Hopefully I've got all the settings cleared and set up right. Yeah. Like I've said before, I have to reset them every time I come into this game. I don't know why, but it doesn't save my settings. And I've tried to mess with it. It doesn't. Ever since I went to Windows 11, it's messed up. So whatever, we just have to reset them every time. I just have to remember what they all are. Okay, Kevin Bernard, Muckingham Recreation Ground. As you know from previous correspondence, my helter-skelter is filthy dirty after rolling down the entire length of Willow Creek. We don't need to revisit specifics. All we need to concern ourselves with is that we cannot live in a world where a helter-skelter is being economically outperformed by a carousel. Many thanks, Kevin. That's funny. Okay, let me make sure this isn't a thing. Okay, let's go to it. Details, $800. Messages. Your services are required back at the carnival in order to redress the scales of justice. All right, let's go into it. Sounds like the fairgrounds is a cutthroat kind of world. The carousel people and the ride people are at each other's throats. Okay, let's see what we got going here. Let's actually go. I'm going to go up the thing. Oh, come on. I can't go up the thing? I feel like we can go up the thing. Yeah, we totally can. Okay. So last week we finished cleaning the bathroom, which took way longer than I expected it to. I wasn't expecting that thing to take the whole episode. We went into that 20% complete already from the prior episode, and it ended up taking us the entire stream. So I was actually pretty surprised at how long that took. So, all right. Well, I think I'm going to go from the bottom up, I suppose. I don't really know how else to do this, but we'll maybe get started down here. So, here we go. Oh, I have a, let's see, what power washer are we using? Let's see. How do I... No, I don't want to do that. How do I change... Okay. For the love of Pete. There we go. The Prime Vista Pro. That's what we want. Let's get the good one out. Let's do... We don't have any extensions on it. That's the only bad thing. Okay. I mean, we're fine. We'll get extensions after this episode, so... Let's just use this. So I hope everyone is having a good weekend. I'm having a pretty good one. This morning, just after I recorded video, I put a roast into the slow cooker. So so we're gonna have that for dinner tonight. That's gonna be fun. Okay, I think this looks pretty decent. So far, so good. And there you go. We just made our first $2. Nice. So yeah, I will, again, as I usually do, I will talk about the games this week. It's a little bit more difficult now because there's a 2-week delay between what you guys see and what I've got, or what I'm talking about, so it's not as easy as it once was. But, whatever, that's fine. And there you go, the sign's done. Alright, on to the stairs. These stairs don't really have an overlap or underlap, do they? So I don't even need to worry about getting underneath them. So yeah, I will say the games went fine this week. There's nothing like major. There were no major problems to report or anything like that, as far as I know, anyway. Sometimes I don't know until I edit and realize there was a major problem with something, but at least as far as I know, nothing happened that was bad. So that's good. Okay. How in the world are those stairs still dirty? Ah, because this is all part of the same thing. Okay, that's why. It looks like this power washer can take off the graffiti without having to do much. This is a pretty hefty power washer, I guess. Makes it easier. Like the one we were using wouldn't have taken that graffiti off, I don't think. So that's kind of nice. There you go. Nice and nice. This side's not done. I did take a look, and I might have mentioned this before, but we're like a pretty good chunk of the way through this game, as far as the base levels go. I would say 2/3, maybe even 3/4, something like that. We've got quite a bit done. Now that's just in terms of number of levels. That's you know, I don't know how long those levels are. They could be massively long, and I would have no idea. Whoops, that's not hitting the wrong button. Okay, for some reason these stairs still are not clean. Why is that? Because there's stuff here. There we go. Stairs are done. Nice. So get some coffee. Sorry, guys. What do we think? The door? Let's do the door. Ta-da! Oh, there's a face here. That's going to be fun. There we go. The frame's done. Door decoration. May have to start getting out some ladders and tools and stuff for this one. Although I have to say the sprayer does a pretty good job of getting up under, getting pretty far. What do we got? We got that. I don't see a ladder anywhere though. Alright. Let's put that there. Pretty far away. Yeah, we're kind of far. There we go. Very nice. Let's go around the other side. So yeah, guys, you know, I don't have anything super major to report about the games. I mean, I'll go through them again. I know it's every week I come on and say I don't know if you guys are really that interested in like going over the games and stuff. I don't really know if you care or not, but you're always welcome to suggest other topics if you like. I'm open to that. The store decoration is going to be a pain in my butt. But I can't really get to all these crevices and crannies and stuff. Second tier panel. Hey, first tier panel. Nice. We'll maybe do the first 2 tiers on the bottom before we go up any higher. Alrighty. I didn't change my clothes on this one, but I don't know. I'm not really sure it's really worth doing that. They don't really show up except for at the very end when you're done. So I don't really know. Plus, I don't really know which ones I've done, which I haven't really kept track. So yeah, you know. Okay. Very cool so far. There you go. See, we're at 11%. That's been what? How long have we been going? 17 minutes. I feel like we'll be done any minute now. So, I guess I'll get started. I mean, yeah, I don't know if you guys care, but I'll get started on talking about the first game in our series, which is God of War Ragnarok, which I'm in the middle of story mode again. I think I started story mode last time, or the time before. I can't really remember. So you guys probably, if you haven't already gotten a story mode episode yet, like I can't remember which one posted last and what it was. That's the problem with doing them so far in advance, is I don't remember what you guys are seeing right now. But yeah, you know, I've done a couple of episodes now of story mode, and we had a pretty big story beat today. I won't necessarily spoil it, but it was good. I enjoyed it. Did do a boss, the 2 Drekkies at the same time. So that was interesting. So I'm exploring Vanaheim for the second time, which is the second official time we go in for the story. Okay, so I really can't... Am I... Okay, yeah. We're just doing the first panel, aren't we? This thing. Am I meant to be doing this thing? I think so. Or at least some of it. Okay. Alrighty. Alrighty, that seems all pretty decent. Try to get onto the slide. So yeah, I mean, you know, it went okay. It was fine. I enjoyed the story beat. It was good. So no complaints there. Okay. I mean, that's pretty decent. We'll get the underside of the slide kind of later. Alrighty. That's done. So I will say that I hit level 6 as Kratos, which there's only 9 levels in the game. If you guys have never played, I don't know if people, watch or who haven't played the game or not, but it only goes to level 9. That's I think the reason for that is because in Norse mythology, the number 9 is kind of significant. That's why there's 9 realms, and basically when there's a count of anything, it's always 9. But there's 9 levels in the game. We just hit level 6, which is nice. I feel like it's about time for me to start tackling Muspelheim a little bit more. I started it, and I don't know if you guys have seen that episode. I think probably not. I think it might be the one that's coming up. And I did a couple of challenges in there, but I think it's time to start thinking about getting a little more serious about finishing those up, or working on those. Not finishing them, but working on them. At least the initial few. I think there's a couple of tiers of challenges, and I would like to get to them, but of course I'm stuck in story mode right now. I can't really, there's nothing I can do about it right at the moment. I can't get out of the story where I'm at right now, so I was hoping that by the end of this episode today that I recorded, that I would actually be freed up to do some, just free wandering, kind of the free play mode, but didn't happen. I think I'm still stuck in story mode at the moment, which is fine. Okay, that's done. Let's get this finished. Okay, looking good. You may have noticed if you're, I don't know, if you're coming to this live, that I got a bit of a late start today. That's because I got behind yesterday where I should have been, so I spent this morning trying to catch up a little bit. And I'm sort of caught up, although I still need to do the edit and the review of the second game, which is Destroy All Humans. So I'm still a bit behind, because normally I would be much further along in the stream than I am right now, and then after that I do the edit, and yeah. So by the time I finish this, I'm going to be going late. But it's alright. Yesterday was kind of a weird day. I had a lot to do, and just general chores, nothing super specific, but they took up time, and I ended up not reviewing God of War yesterday like I should have. I did end up finishing the edit, which I wasn't actually sure I was going to be able to do, but I did. Yeah, we're all the way back around. Nice. Sweet. 19%. Very, very cool. Okay. Let's jump up here for a second. Try and get this second ring. Although the further up I get, the harder this is going to be. Oh, well, there you go. Never mind. I was just about to say this is going to get more difficult, but no, not so much. Okay, the bottom tier is done. Nice and nice. Let's move on to the second tier, which is going to be... So I started to do the second tier. I did it over here, and then I stopped for some reason. stuck. All right, let's get on to that. Well, we're starting further back. Kev's getting his Helter Skelter cleaned now, is he? That's hilarious. Yeah, you see how like cutthroat they are? They're like, oh. There seems to be some competition. Don't listen to his Claptrap. That thing's been an eyesore for years. That's funny. Okay, that's done. Good. Okay. See, the thing is, I'm gonna have to keep moving this and repositioning it. It's gonna be a pain in the back. Okay, let's try that. That seems pretty good. Okay. Get this metal brace. Uh-oh, I think I went over too far. There we go, we got it. Okay. Cool. Come on. All right, let's work on this. Okay. That's pretty good. Let's see. The thing is, I'm not gonna have much, the further around I get, the less I'm actually gonna be able to get because of that slide. But that's all right. We'll get on the slide in a minute and do it from up there. Okay. You seem good. All right. Very nice. Okay, yeah, I'm barely able to see anything now. I'm like, I can't even stand up. Why can't I stand up? Yeah, this is as slow as I go. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. I think we've gone about as far as I can around using this thing, because I think over here it just ends right at the, well, I mean, I could do this side, I suppose. Let's see if I can get it without moving that. It's pretty far. If I had an extension I might be better off, but I think we can do it. I think we can. Stuff up there. Okay. How we doing? Pretty good. Hey Nate, how are you? Welcome to the stream. How are things with you? This one seems, we're 25%. This one seems like it's actually going pretty fast. Like faster than that bathroom did. Which was just a pain. I mean, this is just really flat surfaces. I guess the bathroom was too, mostly, except for the sinks and toilets and stuff, but this is not too bad. Ding. So we're already up to $100. We had $10 to start with, so we've made $90 so far. So, I guess we're done with God of War. I mean, I don't really have much to say about it. We're in story mode. We're exploring Vanaheim, which is the last major area of the game that I haven't really gotten into the 90-some percentile range as far as collectibles goes. I think we're about 50% right now. And that's just going through story mode mostly. I don't think I've actually done a whole lot of free exploration in Vanaheim. Well, that's not true because I did Freya's side quests. So, yeah, that's true. I did do that. But, I mean, you know, it's... I think we still have some side stuff to do. I did find another Berserker, like not directly, but there was one on the map. And I don't know if I just missed it. Because it's not that Berserker's not going to be a double or a triple, because there's only 2 of those in the game, and I know where both of them are. One's in Alfheim and one's in Svartalheim. And so the one in Vanaheim that I saw on the map is definitely one that we should be able to do. So I will probably, as soon as I get access to free roam again, I will get on top of getting that done. It would be nice to have a 5th Berserker done. We've got 4 finished right now. And those 4 that I finished were the only 4 that I had available to me at the time. So other than the 2, you know, tough ones that I don't really want to do yet. I mean, I don't know. I suppose I could try, but I don't wanna. I don't wanna. So, okay, I think we're done with the tier 2 stuff. Cool. Shall we move on to tier 3? Can I get on this thing? Let's see why not. The thing is, this thing is so far back. Don't really love it. So, moving on to Destroy All Humans. We are blowing through that game. I will tell you guys that there are 6 areas in that game in total. We have completed 2 of them to fully 100%. All probes, all challenges, all missions done. Well, should I say that? Actually, there might be a there might be 1 or 2 where we return back for additional missions like later on in the game, but I think for the most part they're done. We've done everything I can do in those areas anyway. Let's put it that way. Let's see. I can use the rest of this from up here. So yeah, the third area is all the probes are done. 3 out of the 4 challenges are done, and all the missions are done, barring any return missions. So that one's basically done. The one mission or the one challenge I have left, I can't do right now without an upgrade. So basically, as soon as I get that upgrade, I'll finish that area off, and that'll be that. I mean, 3 out of 6 completely, totally done. So I started the 4th one today, or yesterday, I guess it was. And we got like half the probes just by me wandering around, and I finished the first mission. And I finished 1 of the challenges. So, I mean, we are actually blowing through that game pretty fast. It's not a hugely long game. I think I said that before. But, yeah. We're doing well. I feel like that may... Let me see. That may be the next game we finish. I feel like I just started it. So, I feel like 20 episodes max. That one's done. I feel like, at least I think so. And I just did episode 9 today. So, I mean, it's not to say we don't have a bit left. We're not imminently done, but we are getting there. I think I am the only person watching. Yeah, it's kind of quiet right now, Nate. That happens sometimes. It's no big deal. You have to realize I don't have a huge audience. I'm not a giant channel, so I don't get a huge number of people watching at any given time. Sometimes, I mean, this is kind of quiet, but it is true that, you know, we never have more than, I don't know, what's the most we've ever had on at once? Like 5 or 6 people at the same time. You know, that's that's what happens when you have a small channel. So, I don't care. I don't mind. It's fine. I get more people watching after the fact than I do during the stream, which I don't really know why that is. So if you look at my past streams, they end up, you know, in the double digits of watching people. Usually, I mean, was that the top of this? Yeah, that's the top of that. That's not going to work. Let's see if I can get this thing. Kind of an awkward angle. There we go. Nice. Okay. So yeah, I mean, it happens. I think there was one stream I did was it last week or the week before last, where I think there was like 2 people the whole stream that showed up. It's fine. I don't care. I'm really just here to chat with y'all and talk about the games, and if people want to do that after the fact, that's cool. I have no problem. We just disconnected. Oh, there it goes. For some reason, the chat just disconnected for some reason. I wonder if my internet's getting flaky. Usually my internet's pretty good, but they've had kind of a rough month this month. They've been down a couple of times, and I just got notified they're going to be down again on Monday. Um, they're putting in new houses, which is just a constant around here. They're constantly putting in new housing because there's just fields everywhere around here, and so like they're always putting in something new. And I suspect what's happening is they're having to mess with the internet cables and stuff to get those houses hooked up. And so it's causing weird connection issues. What's going on here? I'm getting up too high. Maybe I can go from down here. It's not great. There's no easy way to get to those, is there? Because the thingy would be too far back. It might be worth trying. Yeah, at least as of right now, we've had 7 people stop in. So, I mean, that's pretty normal for being on for me for an hour or 45 minutes. It's not unusual. Although y'all have been very quiet. Which is fine. It's fine. Yeah, this is far back, isn't it? There we go. Whew. Okay. So that frame is good. So yeah, as I was saying, I think Destroy All Humans is going to be the next one we finish. And then of course I'll be moving on to Destroy All Humans 2. That's just how it goes. You know me. I like to do as much as I can. I like to do all the franchise entries, as long as I'm enjoying the game. You know what I got to get back to? I just realized I did Uncharted 1 like years ago, and I never went back to Uncharted 2 and stuff, which I want to do. It's just it keeps getting bumped for other stuff. One of these days I'll get back to it. Let's see, that one's fine, right? Okay. Getting there. Actually, I can probably use this thing now. If I could get on it. Come on. There we go. All right. So what are we on now? We're on this level. I did all these. Huh. How about that? Okay. Well, let's go on to the next level then, I suppose. Oops, didn't mean to do that, sorry. Let's see. Where do I want to start? I want to kind of start towards the front. Wherever the hell that is. It's over here somewhere. Yeah. Actually, that would be right there. Okay, let's, it's kind of on the slide, isn't it? There just really isn't a good starting spot for this. We'll just start right here, I guess. Why not? Okay, that's done. How are we doing? 37%. Getting there. I actually play Power Wash Simulator on my iPad because Apple Arcade has the game. Yeah, it's I mean, yeah, that'd be a great iPad game to play. I find it to be very, I don't know, there's something oddly, I'm sure I'm not the first person to say this, but it's oddly relaxing and satisfying to play this game. And you think it wouldn't be. It's just a, you know, it's a cleaning simulator, but it really does. I actually look forward to playing this every week, which just seems weird, right? It's a cleaning simulator, for God's sake. If I could do this in real life, which I do sometimes because I have, you know, sidewalks to clean and stuff around my house, it's not nearly as much fun. It doesn't ding and it doesn't give you money. So, you know. But yeah, it would be a good iPad game. I don't usually play games on my iPad. Or my, yeah, is that, oh, bad. Didn't finish that panel. That's not generally what I use it for. Occasionally I will, but not very often. Ding. All right, looking good. Nice. Your technique is excellent. Oh, there goes the fire department. Can you guys hear that? Every once in a while, we have an actual fire department less than a mile away from here. It's just down the street, which was nice. When I broke my ankle, they were here in like 2 minutes. Let me tell you, they were quick. My wife called at the time, and boy, they were right there. But yeah, they go by from time to time, and sometimes my dog will howl with them, with the sirens. Your technique is excellent. Jet control 8 out of 10. Knowledge of apertures 9 out of 10. Soap discretion 8.5 out of 10. Well, thank you. That's very kind of you to say. Not very often. I mean, she doesn't do it a lot. Sometimes she will. Especially if she's outside and they go right by the house with their sirens on. Then she definitely will howl with them. Congratulations. Oh, stance 9.3 out of 10. Congratulations. Okay. Yeah, I think I caught all that. This slide is getting to be kind of right in the wrong bad spot, but I think I'm almost all the way around. Yeah. This is a very awkward spot because of that slide. It's in the way. Okay. All right, let's move this thing. Let's see. Where do I want it? I can't see. I think I want it right here. Yeah, that seems alright. So how far, Nate, how far have you gotten through the through Power Wash? Are you like a good chunk of the way through? I feel like I'm about 75% of the way through the base game anyway. Not the DLC stuff, but the base game. Okay, that's done. Is this done? No. Boo. Something on the other side of those lights. Darn it. Trying to hit those from way back here. Yeah. So these lights are not, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna have to check on all those lights because I feel like we've missed some of them. This one, yeah. Okay, you're good. You're good. You're not. Why not? Might be up top. Yeah, you're not good either. Okay, well, I'm not going to stress over the lights too much right now. So, I mean, the only other thing I really want to say about Destroy All Humans is that it being a bit of an older game, it is a remaster of the original game. It was originally done by Pandemic Studios, and then it was redone by something Wolf Game Studios or something like that, something with wolves in them. Remastered by them. But it is a bit of an older game, and it can be a little janky just because of that. I think I want to say that we're pretty good on this level, except for you. Lots of dinging. Yeah, some of these angles are hard to get into. This thing is... I mean, it's easy in the parts that are not behind this slide. But the parts that are behind the slide are difficult. They're quite interesting. Okay, I think we got it. Alright, so I'm going to start working on... the last level, I think it is. So, yeah, it can be a little janky, the game, just the controls and whatnot, but yeah, it just takes a little getting used to. It's not impossible, it's just, you gotta get used to it. And you gotta learn, well, I mean, that's the same with any game, right? You gotta learn what it can do and what it can't. And why can't I stand up? Come on. Okay. Ding. Lots of dinging. More dinging. How are we doing? $249. Yeah, nice. 45% of the way through. This is not too bad. So what have we been going for? An hour. So we'll probably finish this and that'll be that as much as we get done for the day, I would imagine. But we'll see. Okay, very nice. Coming up on where the slide ends. Hang on. Let's get this brace. Okay. Very cool. Okay. See, we're starting to get kind of low. What just dinged? I have no idea what just dinged. Did the panel ding? I guess the panel dinged, huh? Sometimes I lose the buttons. You know, there's a lot of different buttons. For a silly Power Wash Simulator game. It's the rotate button, the stand button, the show dirt button. There's a lot of buttons, alright? What do you want me to tell you? Okay, I think what's happening there is we're getting, yeah, we're getting a ring around the bottom part. So I'm going to have to get out the... I think we're going to have to get that thing out at this point. Yeah. Yep. Okay, did we get that? No, we didn't. There, now we got it. Yep, I have to get the other side of that support. Jeez, I gotta move this thing again. Vertical frames. Nice. Really? Okay. It's the other side, yeah. This one's done. Okay, we have to move it again. All right. Let's try that. Let's see how that does for us. Yeah, huh? Let's maybe one more. Yeah. This'll do me. Nice. Didn't get as much out of this one. Are we all the way around? Just about. Okay, let's go up. So let's talk about Dragon Ball, which is kind of quickly coming to its conclusion, I think. At least in terms of you gotta be kidding me. What? What? At least in terms of the intermission, right? We're just about, I don't say we're just about done. We're a good chunk of the way done with intermission 4, which is the final intermission of the game. And then it'll be on to the DLCs. So, I mean, you know, not a ton left to do in that game. I don't really know what I was looking at. That's what it was right there. I can't get that from here? I feel like I can. I feel like you're... Okay, you know what I want to do? Here's what I want to do. I want to get the underside of this slide. So I think I can do that just by going up the slide. So, come on. Duck down, my dude. Okay, hang on, let me get the front. We may do the entirety of the slide. So it looks like this end is pre-cleaned for us, which is good because there'd be no way to get to that otherwise, right? Slide base. Hey, Evra, how you doing, man? Just stumbled. Aw. Where were you out partying? Were you out closing down the bars, man? Hey, there we go. This thing is separate. Slide rail, huh? So, no, I just went over to a pal's. Took his dog out to walk for a few hours and had some beers. Nothing fancy. You took his dog out for a walk for a few hours? Man. Lucky dog. My dog is lucky if she gets once around the block. This is nothing new, man, but I noticed a while ago that you had stopped posting. And you don't have to answer if you don't want to. We live in the countryside, so you can just take them down to the river or out to the fields and you can let them run. Oh, nice. Nice. Was there any particular reason that you stopped? Or just got bored with it? You don't have to answer. I don't, you know, I don't mean to pry or anything. Just curious. If there was a reason. Okay, looking good there. I mean, I have to say, I didn't really watch your channel a whole lot because basically it was in a language that I didn't know. So, but I was subbed. I think I still am subbed. But yeah, I have to admit, I didn't watch it a great deal. Because you kept saying things I didn't understand. And that's hard. And I'm a stupid American and I don't know how to speak other languages. That part's true. I don't know how to speak other languages. I know some Spanish. Not enough to hold a conversation. No. Okay. Looking good. Looking good. Starting to get a little bit low here. Are we standing up? Okay, I feel like we're gonna have to start using this thing pretty soon, which is actually in a perfect spot. Let's go up a level. Yeah, I can still get down here. can I get on the side? No. Wait. Probably do it this way. Just didn't feel like it. I was posting unedited raw footage that just went as it went. Didn't have the energy nor the funds for proper equipment to make quality content. Yeah, sure. Well, you know, I get that, but I hate to see a good streamer go. Let's see. Glad to see you're starting to get out in the world. I need someone with your skills and integrity at my private hangar. Oh, did we just hit 60? We did hit 60%. How about that? It looks like we just got a new job. Suggestions for improvement. Oh, good. Just what I need is feedback from this guy. One, fire your jet straight up in the air and let gravity do the rest. Or, it was fun storing and tags content here and there, though. Yeah, you should definitely do more of that. You could even come in mine if there's like multiplayer games that I'm gonna do, if you wanted. Tag is doing Assassin's Creed still, which I don't know if the role-playing games have multiplayer elements or not, but. Okay, looks like everything here looks good. Excellent. Okay, let's move you over. Right there. Should work. Maybe, well, I don't think I can get the underside like this. Let's try down one more. Gotta get the undercarriage. I mean, I liked the game we all did together with the zombies. What was that? What the hell is that called? I'm drawing a blank. Something about darkness. Until Dawn? Something like that. That was fun. Okay, that piece looks pretty good. That piece looks fine. That's fine. Okay, we're moving on. Okay, now this is going to be a little bit trickier because we got this stupid stairway in the way. So we may have to work our way closer to the... Can I go up one more level? Not really. Bloody hell. No, we'll start up here. Dying Light, yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that was good times. I think, I feel like overall that wasn't my all-time favorite game, but having you guys there made it a lot of fun. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I mean, the game was just kind of okay. It wasn't the best game I've ever played. Oh boy, that was the first time I ever spoke English outside of class with proper native English speakers. I was nervous as heck. Checked it back a year or two ago and couldn't understand a single word I said, so props down to you guys. I thought you did fine. I didn't really have any issue with you. Okay, this is, I think, where we're going to have to do this. I'm going to try and get underneath this guy. Well, that actually worked out pretty well. Ha! Okay, let's... Whoops. That's not what I want to do. Let's try and move this over here. Something like that. Come on. There you go. Right there. Yeah, that should work. I think. Uh-oh. Why does that frame still say it's dirty? Oh. Well, one of the reasons is because I haven't done the front yet. There we go. There you go. Nice. Got hooked on Kingdom Come Deliverance the past week or so. I'm not a big RPG fan, but the antagonist speaking my native language made me want to check it out for a while now. Oh, cool. Kingdom Come Deliverance. Yeah, that's like the medieval game, right? With castles and stuff. I feel like I've seen it. Ding. Okay, so that support's good. This support's not good. Medieval realistic RPG. The sequel released a year or so ago, and it had a lot of hype. Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty sure I know it. Like if I saw it, I would recognize it. Lot of dinging. Okay. You. Can't quite get to this edge, can I? Ah. That's alright. We can get to it on the other for the next one. And now this slide's going to get in the way. Although, having said that, the slide is actually what I'm cleaning, so maybe I could just use the slide. Well, I won't really be able to get to the front like that. But what I could do, maybe, is just do the underside and then, I don't know, we'll see. Ah, angles. Okay, I think that's all right. Oh, that's just that. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Alrighty. Oh, no, bad. So, not to be totally ignoring you, Trevor. I do want to finish off the games thing, so just make sure I get through them. I don't really have anything else to say about Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball is Dragon Ball. It is what it is. We are on the intermissions, and they're going fine. I think it's going quite well. I will say I did figure out why... Who was it? I think it was Goku, who was losing health like crazy during the battles. And I was like, I'm not getting hit that much. It turns out I had something on that was draining his health. And so I got rid of it. Because it says it slowly drains health. That is such... Let me just say, complete bullshit. There's nothing slow about his draining of health. It was draining super fast. So I was like coming out of the battles with no health, or was even getting killed, just because it was draining so fast. So I got rid of that, and after that, everything went fine. So, oh no, why are you being a pain? Stop it. Okay. Ah, this is just a little too far away. I don't like this. Okay. Although, actually, I'm coming up to the top of the slide, aren't I? That's good. Okay. We have to do the underside, I think. So yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything else to say about Dragon Ball. It is what it is. We're just working our way through the intermission. I'm hoping to have Gohan hit level 100 by around the time we finish the intermissions. He's 85, I think, right now, or 80, somewhere around there. 85, give or take a level or two, something like that. And I think that's reasonable. If I keep him in my party, that he should be able to hit 100. That'd be nice. I think that'd be fine. Alright, we're good. I think we're good. Moving on. We're getting actually closer to this, so it's getting easier. Okay, this is all one thing, so okay. Ah, angles. Yeah, I mean, as you guys know, as I've said before, if you've watched any of these streams, I was starting to get a little bit irritated with Dragon Ball, just because I wasn't playing, I was just watching. And since we've gone into intermission, that's actually gotten a lot better. It's not so much about watching, it's you actually get to play the game. So it's much, you know, it's better than it was in that respect, because it was starting to get a little annoying how many cutscenes they had, and I do like one battle and then have to sit through 15 minutes of them talking, and usually I'm pretty tolerant about that kind of stuff. It doesn't bother me at all if there's long cutscenes. Like God of War, no problem. I mean, there's cutscenes in God of War, but that game took it to kind of an extreme, I think. So, but yeah, since we went into intermission, it's fine. I'm actually playing the game more. Okay. Bottom of the slide is done. Wee thump. Let's see if we can get to the front edges. Should be able to. Should be easy enough. One would think. Yep, piece of cake. All right. So that brings us to Immortals, Phoenix Rising, and that also went fine. It's, you know, last week we had a major accomplishment in that I took out a boss, and like one of the big bosses, one of the major bosses, and this week I was just kind of exploration. Nothing super dramatic this week. Did do a couple of is this thing done? I guess it is. Okay. Did do a couple of constellation challenges, and those are good to do because they always take a long time because there's so many parts to them. Why for are you not done? Do you have gunk over here? What's your issue? What is your malfunction? I think I see. It's on the bottom over here. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Moving over. Let's try right about here. That should be all right. This might be the last thing we need to use this for, right? I don't... If we get up top? I don't know. Cool, cool. All right. Let's see. It's far back, man. We're on the second tier now, right? Of the slide. So we're almost to the top, actually. What's wrong with those frames? Did I miss something? Grr. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Stand. Just see what's the deal is with these frames. I don't want a bunch of frames getting left behind because then I'll never be able to find them again. What is your problem? Why? Why did I not get these the first time? Okay, there we go. All right, very nice. How are we doing here? How's that looking? That's probably all right. So yeah, you know, a lot of exploration today. I feel like we're like, I don't know, a pretty good chunk of the way through that map. Globe of Cleos is kind of wrapping up, honestly. That support still has. What's wrong with that support? How dare you? How very dare you? Okay. Yeah, I mean, Grove of Cleos is getting pretty close, I think. And that's it's the second major area out of, I want to say 6 areas. Not including the tutorial area. Include the tutorial area, it's the 3rd area. Okay. Very nice. Let's see. Okay. Down, buddy, down. Down, down. Let me see if I can get the outside of that. Okay, let's get that railing. How's that look? That looks alright. So yeah, that's I mean, it went well. I think we're doing fine in Immortals. It's a long game, but we're getting there. It'll be a while before we finish, but and then there's Lego, which I'm doing Pirates of the Caribbean right now. I just did my 2nd episode. So I'm through the first 4 missions of the first movie. There's only 5 missions. In preparation for Lego Pirates, I watched the first movie last week, for the week before, something like that. And I'm already going to have to watch the 2nd movie, because there's only 5 levels in each of the movies. So I'm doing 2 levels per episode, so yeah, it's only going to take me 2 weeks plus half the next week to do. Oh, for the love of Pete, come on! To do each movie. So yeah, I've already got to watch the 2nd movie. I have no recollection of the 2nd. I know I've seen all the movies. I think I've seen all of them, or I might have missed the last one or whatever. But I could not begin to tell you what they were about or even what was in them. I did remember the first one pretty well. I remember that one fine. Okay. But I rewatched it anyway, just to make sure I got all the... Because I think with that game, if you don't watch the movies, you're going to be maybe kind of a little lost on what the cutscenes are doing and stuff. That's a fairly complex movie, especially after you get past the first one, and they're not talking. They're miming, or you know, they're miming everything. And I feel like if you haven't seen the movies, you're not going to know what's going on at all. I don't think they can really adequately express. I mean, they're doing their best. Having known what happens in the movie, I can follow along, but I can see how you wouldn't be able to if you hadn't seen the movies. So I'm going to go ahead and watch that 2nd movie. I might do it tonight. Because I don't remember it. Even slightly. Okay. Alrighty. Get this outside rail done. Pretty good. Oh gosh. I don't know about you guys, but I hate falling from high places in video games. It really has a physical effect on me, like as if I was falling. I don't know. It's hard to explain. I don't know if you guys feel the same kind of vertigo that I feel when I fall from a high spot, but it really does affect me in a real way. Okay. I think we're doing pretty good there. Wait, what was that? I think we got a panel that's still... Okay, that's fine. I think what I'm going to do now is the slide, the top of the slide. Sure, let's get to it. Although this is going to be cramped. Well, maybe not so much if I do it like this. Okay. So yeah, I mean, Lego went fine. The first, well, see, this is kind of a spoiler. Although maybe you guys don't care. I don't know. The first week, I did not get either of the levels True Pirate, which is like True Jedi if you're familiar with the Star Wars games. You have to get a certain number of studs in each level to get the True Jedi or True Pirate in this case. I did not get either one of them, but this week I got both of them. So you get a gold brick for each time you do that, and you get a gold brick for each level that you do. So in total I had 6 gold bricks from all that, and then I also got an extra gold brick for doing the entire compass set in one of the levels. I think there's always 8 items from the compass sets from each level, and in one of the levels I got all 8. So, which is something I don't know if you can really do commonly. Some of that might be free play exclusive, but this particular one I did. So I got an extra brick from that. So I got 7 out of 8, or 7 gold bricks. The hub is fairly limited to start off with. There's a couple of locked doors, and the smallest, the door with the smallest number of unlocks is 8 gold bricks. So I'm 1 away from getting that door unlocked. So I'm still like fairly limited in what I can do in the hub. But yeah, so. Okay, this is looking pretty good. Slide is shiny. So this is the slide rail. Slide. Okay, yeah, this one's much more done because we did the front end, whereas this one doesn't have a front end or a back end. So yeah. Okay. We'll have to get some extensions for this thing when we finish this. I have no extensions for this particular one. Do you think it would be too much to use an enormous catapult at the top to propel my customers down the slide? Yeah, I actually do think that would not be a great idea. I mean, maybe a super low powered one. I would like my Helter Skelter to be the world's fastest. Well, no, you should not do that. I feel like you're going to flip people off the edge, which would be bad. That would be bad. Okay. Is there a lip under here? Oh, there is. Uh-oh. Hopefully that doesn't mess me up. Come on, stand up, man. So yeah, those were the games. We didn't really do. There was no major issues with the games this week, as far as I know. Other than I was running late yesterday, and now I'm running late today, but that's fine. It'll be a somewhat late editing day today. It's not helped by the fact that I think the Destroy All Humans raw footage is like an hour and 45 minutes long or something. It'll cut down some, but I think it's going to be a long episode. Okay. I'm not going to worry too much about that underlip. I think it's small enough that it's not going to affect anything. If I end up not getting it by the time we get to the top, we'll go back underneath and get it, but I don't think it's going to affect anything. Okay, how we doing? We got a long way to go. Oh my goodness. Ugh. Yeah, slide's only like half done. Yikes. Alright, I'll just keep going. Nothing for it but just to keep working our way up the slide. So yeah, I do think Destroy All Humans is going to be the next game we finish. It not being a very long game, and followed closely probably by Pirates. It's not going to be much longer than that. Dragon Ball Z will finish the main game before either of those two finish, but there's a lot of DLC in that game, and I don't know how long the DLC is. But there's like 8 DLCs in that game, and we'll just have to see how long they are. I don't really have any idea. I haven't really looked them up or much at all. I don't know that there's a whole lot of information available, to be honest. There may be. I haven't really looked, but so in terms of base game, yeah, that one will finish first, but we'll continue to play the DLCs. I think I have some of them already. I'm pretty sure I bought them all as a bundle. It's cheaper that way. If I'm going to buy something for the channel, usually I'll buy a bundle because there's a high percentage chance I'm going to go through the whole game, right? I mean, there's a couple of games that I didn't finish, and I might have gotten burned on doing that, but for the most part, I think I finished almost all my games, so and that includes going through the DLCs. So I don't think it hurts anything to buy the bundles, and I save some money. This is why I don't do this. I get stuck. Is that dirt? No, it's just a shadow. Okay, how we doing? Oh, we're getting there. Slide is like 90%. Nice. We're 88% completion. Cool. Well, look at that. Something just dinged. The slide rail. Nice. Oh, the slide wall is different than the slide rail. Interesting. That one just dinged. So I told you those undersides weren't going to hurt me. Wouldn't that be nice if that's the way real life worked? I think I said this before. Like you get close enough and then it says, okay, you're done. Ding. There's the slide. There's the wall. This wall's not done yet. Boo. There, it's done. Cool. Slide's done. Nice. I think we just have the top. Alright, let's start with this rail, which I've already started. Ding. How very dare you? Oh, why are you still dirty? I still got stuff on the outside. See, that one's done. It's just you being a pain in the butt. There, you're done. Dang it, dude. You're gonna make me fall off this thing. Oh, come on! I don't want to have to get back out the thingy-dealer. What is your deal? See what you did? Do you see what you did? Alright. Back up to the top. We'll ignore it for the moment. I'll come back to it. I'm probably going to have to get the damn... the thing back out again. Whose name is escaping me at the moment. Ding, ding. See how everybody else is dinging? See how everybody else is dinging? You're being a pain in the butt? What if it's in there? Oh, there you go. Alright. Yeah, everybody else is good. Alright, cool. Cool. Good, I don't have to get the platform back out again. Sweet. Ding. 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 Nice. Okay. All right. Moving right along. Cool, cool. Nice. Uh-oh. This railing's gonna be a pain. Ah, there we go. All right. This top ring frame is just about done, and I say just about because it didn't finish. Why? Why? Let me do this. Ah, yeah. Okay, I guess this counts. All right, damn it. Does this count as part of it? Yeah, I think it does, actually. Okay, let's take a look at this. Ah. Sure, you have chosen the way of death. Okay, we're good. Alright. Now we're on the other side of the rail. This is not safe. This does not meet OSHA regulation requirements. I can't get over there. Okay. We'll just go around. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I tried to go the short way. Nice. All right, platform. Let's get this platform done. Hang on a second here, guys. Coffee. Okay, sorry. My coffee's starting to get cold. Just no good. Okay. Everything I think is done except for this top bit. And I don't think... Let's see. Well, I could use that to get up there. Not sure if I'm going to need to, though. Let's see what we can do from down here. start with these things. We'll go up underneath. And there you go. Oh, there's a window here. Cool. So I don't know. Sometimes windows can be hard in this game, and sometimes they're not. But so I don't know which one of these is, but I don't. You know, it could be that the sprayer that I'm using is just slamming through stuff that the other sprayers won't. It is the highest level sprayer there is, so. Ding. Alrighty. There we go. Did that other window frame get done? No. Now it did. Cool. Okay. %. I'm hoping to get a list here pretty soon, but we shall see. You must be at no more than 4 unique items to get a list, so. The door is done. Cool. There's the door frame. Yeah. Haha, I can cheat by getting up here. Nice. Ding, ding. And ding. Cool. Okay. 95%. We are getting there, guys. We are getting there. Although, I'm still seeing a lot of panels over here. Jeez. Okay, a lot of things dinging. Problem is I'm losing my platform. I'm dropping down. I might have to get the what do you call it out, the platform, the scaffolding, that's what it's called. I can try and get it along, yeah, this is not going to work. Okay. Not bad, not bad. On top of this. Oh boy. Yeah. I think there's nothing else for it but to get this out. Not gonna do it. That should be alright. I gotta go all the way to the top. How many times am I gonna have to do this? Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Although, actually, I think there's only 3 panels left. So we might be alright. Okay. Actually, I think I can get that from the platform. Let's try. At least some of it. Come on, stop that. Ah! It's not going to let me do it. Sorta, kinda. Cut the window for the frame or something. Okay. Okay. It's just this panel somewhere. Actually don't see a problem. Oh, there it is. Okay. There we go. This panel. Oh. Nice. Clean and clean. Oh, right. We can't do that. We've tried. Alright, we're at 97%. I think we just have the roof. And I think, if I'm careful, carefuling, I can get up there by like this. And this should be doable. Flagpole. Really, man? What the hell? What? What is it? What? Jeez. You're being a pain in my butt. This little roof cap. Nice. Okay. Okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. Sorry I'm not saying much, guys. I'm kind of concentrating. Let's see, that roof cap's done, right? Yeah. I don't know why. You don't need to concentrate in this game. It's not necessary. I don't know. I guess because I'm up high and I'm on a slope. I feel it's making me feel like I have to be careful, but honestly, not really. %, but I still do not have a list. That's worrying. There you go. Now we got a list. Okay, slide frames, 2nd tier panels, and 5th tier panels. Oh dear, slide frames. All right. Well, at least we know where they are. Let's see if we can get a look at all the slide frames. So, not especially. Oh, God. Let's go all the way to the top. So, slide frame. That's a platform support. Oh, slide frame. Slide frame. That's... Okay. I know what that is. That's, as soon as we get to a slide, that's these things, right? Yeah, and there's one right there. How very dare you. There you go. There's another one. There you go. Easy enough. Slide frame is good. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're not good. How dare you? How dare you? Okay, slide frames are done. 2nd tier panels times 2. So 2nd tier panels are these guys. Well, that shouldn't be that hard, one would think. Alright, come here, you little bad bastard. Spin you around. I see it. There's one of them, and I'm sure the other one's the one on the other side. Oh, you're fine. What's the problem? It's you. Okay, now we just need the 5th tier panels. Okay, that's up top. All right, let's use the slide to get up top. So these are 3, 4. All right, these are 5. So what's the deal? Oh, I think I see it. Yeah. There's 1. Damn it. Okay. I think what it's going to be is it's going to be right along the bottom edges. Is what I think is what I think. Not these guys. For the most part. This guy, though. Yeah. There's 1. 1 more. Come on, where are you? You. There we go. Whew, $910. Nice. Well, that was an interesting one. I mean, it was fine. It took us 2 hours and 15 minutes. That's not bad. An accomplished display of pressure washing. Well done. My Helter Skelter is undisputably the tallest and arguably cleanest ride at the carnival, so therefore it is the best. A team of inspectors has thus far failed to detect any residual deposits. Congratulations, 7.5 out of 10. Well, thanks. No, you already gave me 5 stars. You can't take it back. Yeah, okay, we got all these. Cool. What's... No. No. Okay, good. Level complete. Alright, go back to the career. Alright, next thing up is a private jet. So it's a vehicle. We'll do that next time. $800 for a vehicle. Not bad. Not bad. We'll get that. Let's go over to the store. I want to get... So I have the Prime Vista Pro, right? I definitely want to get this, the spinning nozzle. For sure want to get that. I also want to get the Prime Vista Pro long extension. Let's buy that. I think that's probably pretty good. All right, let's go to... I mean, cleaning liquids, sure. Let's get a couple of these. A few of those. We're good. We have $10 left again. Oh, that's funny. It won't let me go to 0 for some reason. That's just hilarious. But okay, we're good. All right, there you go, guys. Very nice. I think we're going to stop here, gang. It's about time to stop anyway, and I've got a whole edit to do still today, so a lot to get done. So I'm going to go ahead and get off. We will continue this next time with the private jet and see where it goes from there. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks for stopping by. For those of you who came by, and for those of you who are coming in afterwards, welcome. And again, if you guys have any comments or questions or concerns, post them in the thing below. I will get to them in the next episode, and we'll talk about anything you want to talk about. All right, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Have a good weekend. And thanks a lot.